Yeah, I'm late. I'm late to the party. Um, I don't know if anybody will join because I told them to come around 1 o'clock, and um, it's way past 1 o'clock. Let me see if I can open the chat thingy-majiggy up. I don't know how to do this because I'm an imbecile. That don't work. That don't work. Hey, everybody who is going to join me. I hope the sound is okay. I'm only going to be on for a bit. I had some issues this morning and this afternoon I had to take care of, which is why I was not on earlier today. And how was I able to see myself and read the chats last week? How did that happen? Was that a fluke? We go there. No, let me go there. Let me go here. It's quite unusual. If anybody is watching, I don't know. Wait a minute, let me open that up. That ain't gonna help unless you're on Google. Googly. Yeah, camera, okay. The last time I did this, I was on YouTube, and I was able to read the chat. And that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to figure out. So please just excuse the old fart in me. The old weird guy that's wanting to. How about if I view as a returning subscriber? Does that tell me I'm live? Oh, there I am. Okay, yeah, I'm late. All right. We do that. LJ Draco, hey, okay, I found the chat. And I guess I don't need to see me. See me, hear me, touch me. What was that from? Jesus Ray Superstar or Hair? I don't remember. Oh, wow, wait a minute. I closed that down. I don't need to see me. I need to see the chat. There we go. I'm finally at one of your streams. Yeah, LJ. I'm sorry I never make it to yours. My reason is you do them on Friday, and I work Friday evenings, and so I'm usually in bed around 2 or 3 p.m., and there's like no way, I have a hard time getting enough rest as it is. Why can't that work? Well, I could do this and then shrink this down. I'm still new to all this fracking crap here. Actually, LJ, I don't know. Well, there were two things. I was seeing you do these live streams once a week, which were great. And well, I was trying to see them. I would watch your streams later. And recently, like this week, my video editing software has been crapping the bed all over the place. It's a mess. And I can't do anything with it. And I'm still trying to figure it out. So as of like last week, I was like, well, let me just do a live stream and talk to people. And then I figured I'd have it all fixed by this time. And it's not. I was talking to tech support and getting everything. The thing is, everything works fine. It's just that when I move the video down to the timeline, I see nothing in the video preview. So there's no way I can edit and see if everything is looking good. You do sometimes join in. Yeah, I do, but that's like just before I'm going to bed. So it's like, hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm going to bed. Good night. Or good afternoon, whatever. So, yeah, so I was going to do this earlier in the day, and I kind of, you know, pissed out. I had some things, some errands I had to run, which I'm not going to get into because I deal with my car. And I figured I'd get that done early in the day, and people will understand if, hey, is there anyone, how do I see how many viewers there are? Four watching now. Okay, I got you. All right. I don't know who the other three are. Say hi. Hi. So anyway, I had some things to do, and then when I came home, I was pretty exhausted, and I was like, you know, I'm just going to skip the live thing, and I'll do it another day. And so, Kubrick Lover, hey, thanks for joining. You're not working now, no. Miss Sung Park, hi. Am I saying that right? Miss Sung or Mi Sung? Anyway, so I just finished watching the John Woo classic, Hard Boiled, which I just got the new, what is it called? The Hong Kong Rescue Blu-ray, which you guys should head out there and pick these up if you can order them. They're phenomenal. And the people, the company, that does them clean up. They want to make a presentation better than what has been released, and they want to do a presentation of the movie that has not gotten the love yet that they truly deserve. He's working on a number of Jackie Chan films and a few John Woo films, and so I just finished watching Hard Boiled, and I came in here to make myself another little drinky winky. And I went online, checked my emails, and I was looking around, and it's like, I got an hour to spare. Let me jump on and do it and see. Cineram did a review of Hard Boiled on his channel within something like the last few days. Cineram, did they talk about the Hong Kong Rescue editions? They are beautifully done, amazingly put into them. I mean, this is the movie, this is the extras disc, and the movie actually has like 6 different audio tracks, and most of their films have different videos. Like they have the Laserdisc, if there's alternate titles, they have like the Laserdisc edition, they have the Blu-ray edition, they have the American dubbed version from Miramax, and everything is just thrown on these discs, and then there's like a whole disc, ton of extras, which were spread across all the different discs that when this movie was released out in different countries, they put them all together, and it's like the perfect package. Everything is in there. And I got a couple Jackies. I just ordered 2 more Jackie films. You said yes, Missing Park. I don't know if it's missing or Missung or Me Song. Write it out. MEESUNG or M whatever. Cool pickup. Cineram. I'm so happy I have a Region 3. Oh yes, LJ, Shark Boy, Lava Girl, and Spy Kids. Rodriguez knows how to do the 3D. He does it all himself. It's very cartoony because he's very kid-like, and but I appreciate the 3D on those films. They're really, really fantastic. Lots of depth, lots of pop-outs. Although I was kind of disappointed with Spy Kids 3 because only certain sections of that movie is in 3D when they go into the game land type of thing. But otherwise, it's just great that we have them and we can watch them. No, just the film. Do you like Disney movies? Yes, I do. Is there one for The Killer? They're working on The Killer. Let me just look at their flyer real quick. I'll give you an idea of what they are working on. They have right now released Hard Boiled, Police Story, Drunken Master 2, Police Story 3, Super Cop, Drunken Master, the original, and Project A. The next title released is going to be Wheels on Meals, and they are prepping The Young Master, Armor of God 2, Operation Condor, Fist of Legend, The Killer, Dragon Lord, and A Better Tomorrow, and Miracles. Most of those are, well, there's a couple John Woos in there, but most of those are Jackie films. And definitely worth picking up. Definitely worth picking up. For those interested, just go to Facebook and type in at the top Hong Kong Rescue, 3 words, and you'll see there, and then you can go to the shop and you can check them out. They're very reasonably priced. With tax, they're only like 20 bucks each, but man, the amount of stuff you get in each disc is phenomenal. Miss Song, okay. I will thank you for that. Spy 3D is okay. Spy Kids 3 is okay until you see it in 3D. When you see it in 3D, it's pretty phenomenal. It really is. It was made to be 3D. When they're in the cars racing and they got the giant hammer thing and it's coming out of the screen. And, he really does. Am I still on? Hello? Am I still on? That's another damn thing I'm getting. I get this damn snap thing that pops up in the middle of my thing. It's got to be a virus thing, but whenever I go online to look for it, to try to remove it, it basically says, you know, you got to go to your settings and get rid of some of the, what do you call it, those things. And there's nothing there that's different. So I could be at a website doing like what I'm doing, and all of a sudden the screen goes blank and it says, oh, snap. I hate that freaking thing. I've been spending weeks trying to get rid of that thing, and it's there sometimes and it's not there all the time. Okay, going back to Draco. I totally agree with that, but I like how this movie gives kids a chance to rest their eyes so they don't get headaches. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you know, with the 3D Blu-ray, I never tried taking the glasses off on the parts where they don't want you to wear the glasses. And I'm guessing I could do that. I just seem to put the glasses on and wear it through the entire movie. And then when they put the glasses on, everything's popping out. These will work on American Blu-ray players? Yes. I believe these are all region. I don't have my glasses, so I can't really see. But I'm sure, like I said, if you go to the Facebook, go to their shop, it'll give you all the specs. But like I said, I believe they're all region Blu-rays. Apparently, you can just stream straight from YouTube if you have a webcam. You know, LJ, I was going to try to ask you, how do you do yours, and how do you get the chat on your video? That's something that I was curious about, because no one could see the chat, so I'm kind of like rereading the questions and then answering them. Right now I have my Google Hangouts open to record me, and I have my YouTube channel open, kind of shrunk, so I could just read the comments. But I'd like to know how you do that. Hey, 8 people watching. Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Sorry I'm late, 5 hours. Had things to do. Been a crazy day. I might have to put the air on because I'm starting to perspirate here. But you don't hear people say perspirate anymore. They just say, I'm sweating. I'm hot. Perspirating. Apparently you can, okay. Kubrick, how do they change movies like Titanic to 3D? I've never watched films that were not in 3D to begin with. Well, that's your James Cameron right there. There are a number of 3D companies. I was going to say companies, that ain't the right word. 3D companies that are able to go in and actually frame by frame work out the depth of certain things. Titanic is amazing. I can't wait for T2. Terminator 2 will be released in this month, next month, at theaters, limited time in 3D, and the Blu-ray's already being prepped to be released in 3D. Cameron knows his stuff. He actually says if everything goes well with Terminator, he's going to convert Abyss and True Lies in 3D, from what I understand. which is great because we really need a great version of True Lies. True Lies is, and the Abyss, the extended version. I hope it's the extended version because that's the only version I watch. Let me look back here. So I don't know, those companies, they do something, you know, like the Avengers movies, and those aren't shot in 3D. Some of them are, some sequences are. Same with Transformers, but not the entire thing is shot in 3D. And then they send them to these studios, and they're able to depthify the visuals, and they go to the theaters and people watch them, and hopefully they come out on Blu-ray so us 3D fans with 3D TVs and players can enjoy them. You're back on now. Did I disappear, Kubrick Lover? Did I disappear for like a second or two? I wonder if that's going to be like 2 videos since I died. LJ Drake, I use a phone app called Camera F Live. Yeah, well, I see. I don't have a fancy phone, so I'm just doing it Hangouts and or YouTube. And so far, I never really researched to see if there's any way to put the comments on the screen and saved, you know, so people can watch them later. So till then, LJ, Terminator 2 Judgment Day 3D cinema release in mid-August to September. Hopefully it'll get a wide release. You know, from what I understand, it's pretty phenomenal. From early screenings, which I believe they have in Germany and some other parts of the world, they had test screenings, and people are loving the thing. They just like with Spielberg. When I saw Jurassic Park 3D, the conversion of that, there was so much of his camera movement and his director, the visual composition of having a character in the foreground, middle, and then background, and having this beautiful depth of these characters. And they say, you know, well, I said that Spielberg, if you watch a lot of his early stuff, it's all composited like that, E.T. and stuff. Jaws, there's some great, you know, especially when he does that zoom in and zoom out type effect that I believe Hitchcock started. That in 3D, that would look so fantastic. And the early reports on T2 is that Cameron, even with Titanic, Cameron had an eye for depth of what was going to be in foreground and the camera movement and things in foreground, background, and it works beautifully for 3D. It really does. At least for me it does. Yeah, Kubrick Lover, T2 is going to be in 3D at the theaters. Saw the trailer is good. Yeah, the trailer is playing at some movies that are showing, I believe, in the IMAX, movies that you go and see in 3D, like Spider-Man or what was it, Kong Island and things like that. I hear they're playing the trailer beforehand in 3D, so you can see that thing. Oh boy, everything went by fast here. Wait a minute. I saw the trailer. Titanic, Avatar, Sanctum. Sanctum is really good in 3D. Ghosts of the Abyss is good. Cameron, I'm hoping that when he releases his next Avatar trilogy, quadrilogy in 3D, that the 3D interest will grow a little more. And these 4K sets that are out there now will start adding the 3D component as kind of just like a regular thing to have. I'm hoping that's what's going to happen, because at least in theaters, 3D is not going away anywhere, especially in China and the Asia. They love that stuff. They you know, the box office is, they make more money at the box office on 3D presentations that they do on the 2D presentations. So it's really big out there. So hopefully it'll pick up here again. People, you know, it's a gimmick. It's a gimmick. If you can see it and you understand it, and it so enhances the movie if it's done so well. Ant-Man had some great, because he's small and everything's big. And okay, let me see. Didn't they do 3D versions of the Star Wars movies? Only Phantom Menace, from what I understand, and certain scenes of A New Hope, which was on a 3D documentary that played at certain IMAX theaters, like the opening with the Star Destroyer coming in. That was in 3D, and I think it was the escape from the Death Star, the battle with the TIE fighters, and I got him, don't get cocky, kid. I think that was created in 3D. Just to, again, I don't know, that was years and years ago. That was even before, that might have been right when he was doing the prequels. That was that long ago. So yeah, it would be nice. There's rumors that they are all converted, or they are being worked on being converted, but who knows? Who knows? All I can probably guess is that every single Star Wars movie that comes out from this point on is going to be in 3D. You know, you had Phantom Menace or Force Awakens. You had Rogue Squadron. I'm sure Han Solo is going to be in 3D. Whether it's shot that way or just, you know, transferred in 3D, whatever. I'm rambling. A still photo, Kubrick, Force Awakens, and Rogue One. Kubrick? What do you mean, LJ? Kubrick, Force Awakens, and Rogue One. What do you mean there? Patrick Zoomer, thanks for joining. When is our going to be a Blu-ray release of Abyss? Sorry, I'm making fun of your typing. Just like I mentioned earlier, Cameron is putting his T2 out there in 3D, and all we can hope, what he said is True Lies and The Abyss will be cleaned up, remastered, and possibly converted to 3D. And I'm sure when the conversion, if it's eventually gets done, it'll be released in both a 3D and a regular Blu-ray, possibly now a 4K version. I'm sure a 4K version of all the Cameron films are going to be coming out. What about the original trilogy? You know, I'd like to see Star Wars, the original trilogy, in 3D, but it, again, like I mentioned, talking about Spielberg and Cameron, there's not a lot of really good compositing there. I'm sure the lasers you can make look like they're coming out of the screen, and some of the battles at the end, but it just seems like it would just be plain window boxing and nothing really popping out. The trench scene would probably be really cool in 3D because of the depth of the trench. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't think Lucas and the others directed those movies with that in mind. So it would be an interesting experiment to see how it would look if those three movies were converted in 3D. LJ, not ATM, but we can hope. At the minute, oh, the original trilogy, not at the moment, but we can hope, yeah. Harshers, hey, man, we got to talk. I keep putting you off. I'm sorry, dude. Everybody go over to Harshars and sub to him. Wait, where did his, there it is. No, where is it? Did I scroll too far? Holy crap, I can't keep up with your comments, guys. How did you think of the Doctor Who's, oh my God, that final, man, the Dr. Falls was unbelievable. Just a wonderful way Moffat wrapped everything up and gave all the diehard fans all the little sugar-coating candy, the references to past episodes and past Cyberman stuff. And I thought it was a fantastic way to for Bill to leave the show, even though I hear she's in the Christmas episode. How? Also, Claire is in the Christmas episode. Spoilers, sorry, Doctor Who fans. So we'll see. We'll see. But without even saying how that thing ended, that thing ended fantastic, Harsh. That was amazing. Maybe now we can do a live. Yeah, we got to talk more Doc Who. T2 3D needs to be full frame. From what I understand, it is. from what I understand, the screenings were full frame. So that's a thumbs up, cool thing. A channel, what? I don't know what you're wanting for. Missing Park. I haven't. 2 DVD is good. I don't watch 3D. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't watch. And like I say in my 3D collection videos, a lot of people can't see 3D. And a lot of people don't want to get into it because it's a little extra cost. It used to be. It was. Now, if you find a set that has 3D, good luck. But I think there's 1 or 2 manufacturers out there that still do. I think, LJ, didn't you just get a 4K that has 3D capability? So there are TVs, manufacturers that are still putting the 3D into their televisions. But yeah, some people just don't like 3D, you know. Some people didn't like Blair Witch Project because it was all shaky cam. I just didn't like Blair Witch Project because I thought it was a dumb, boring movie. I'm not scared at all. Wipe your nose, girl. If you're going to be on the camera, don't get the nose wiped. LJ, there has been no 3D original trilogy, but we can hope for the future they do great. Certain companies do good conversions. I can't tell you right now what they are, but there's 1 or 2 of them out there that do fantastic conversions. There are other ones that do just boring Avengers, window boxing, nothing really, you know. So hopefully it gets to, it's a good company. Cameron's company. Thanks for the info. No worries. Glad to help. We're giving info. Like, hi. Ant-Man 2, can't wait. Yeah, I liked Ant-Man. I was just telling someone the other day my 3 favorite Marvel films are Ant-Man, Guardians, and Civil War. The others they're good. I'll watch them, and I have them all, but those are the 3 that I seem to always go back and watch over and over again. LJ, you there? I don't think 3D is a gimmick. I guess it could be, but I think it depends on the film. Well, you know, it was a gimmick in the 50s, and it was a gimmick again when it came out. They've tried to bring it back in the 80s, and I say it was a gimmick. Although in the 50s they still they did have the it wasn't the red and green or red and blue. It was good 3D back then. As if you pick up any of the 3D Blu-rays, if you are a 3D collector of the 3D film archive, they've been restoring those old movies from the 50s, House of Wax and The Bubble and things like that, Inferno, and those things look phenomenal. There's no ghosting whatsoever. They're beautiful. It came from outer space, Creature from the Black Lagoon. But then in the 80s when it came back, it was all horrible. You know, I saw Friday the 13th in the theater with those stupid cardboard glasses, and you couldn't see anything. It really wasn't that great. And there's such a demand. If you go to Blu-ray.com and look through the 3D forums, there's such a demand for quite a few movies from the 80s that were in 3D to be remastered for the new glasses and passive and all that, to not be as bad as they were. Friday the 13th especially. They released Jaws 3D, which was great, but boy, that has some ghosting. The technology, the directors didn't know what they were really doing yet with how far they can push things out of the screen before your eyes start going crossed, which again is what turned everybody off of 3D in the 80s, and then they just dropped it and moved on. Let me move on because I like to talk way too much. Sorry for that. I was messaging Kubrick about the 3D Star Wars. Kubrick lover. Isn't Ron Howard doing the Han Solo film? Yes. Sorry, but I think Howard, for the most part, is yes. Except for his early films. Give me Splash. Give me Night Shift. Cinderella Man. Exactly. Cocoon. The later ones, you know, even Apollo 13. And the Da Vinci Code movies, you know. So we'll see what he does with the Han Solo film. I don't want a Han Solo film. I really don't. As a Star Wars fan, I don't care that there's him and Lando, and we're going to find the. Here's a question for everybody. If we all know Han got the Millennium Falcon from Lando Calrissian, and won it through a card game, I believe is the storyline. In the early Han Solo movie that's going to be coming out, will the Falcon look good and clean and not be a bucket of bolts that was in A New Hope and forward? If it's a bucket of bolts from back then, I kind of have an issue with it. But then again, if it's like a brand new ship and it's cool and cleaned up and everything works, I might have an issue with that too, because it's not, familiar. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Will Chewie be back? I'm sure we're going to see how they meet. I'm sure we're going to see how Chewie and Han met. I would hope we are, and he's just not going to be his little, pet. Kubrick, I wonder if people like Cameron might appreciate 3D before it became pop. I'm sure he did, which is why he's doing it and why he helped develop the new technology, especially with Avatar when that came out. I'm going to go quick through these. I didn't realize, am I on for like almost an hour? And let me just take 10 people. Hey, everybody who's watching. Sorry I'm late, had things to do, but I decided to come on anyway tonight. Yeah, no, let me catch up here. Oh, okay. So can't keep up with the Yeah, hey, Dennis, how's it going, man? Yeah, I talk too much, dude. And then the comments are going, and I'm like, where am I? I just talk too much. Yes, I did get a LG 4K 3D TV purely for the 3D aspect. That's LJ Draco. Yes, so they are manufacturing 3D in certain, well, LG 4K sets. Harsh Arse, I have not seen any movies in 3D. Is there any recommendations for movies and TV set brands for the home theater? Well, TV, like I said, LG, or look for them. Go to the theater, man. Next time there's another Marvel movie, or what would probably be a good Wonder Woman, I'm sure looked really good in 3D. Guardians 2, I heard the 3D was really good at the theaters. I would say just next time you go to the movie theater, if you're going to see a movie and there is a 3D version of it, pay the little extra and just take a chance and see if you like it, see if your eyes like it. I hate Kubrick. I hated Blair Witch Project. Yes, thank you. I did too. Yeah. Overhyped. It was one of those movies that I didn't think deserved all the hype it got. LJ, Jurassic Park, Wizard of Oz are two conversions. Yes, Wizard of Oz. Oh my God. How can you make a movie of that era and make it that good in 3D? The Wizard of Oz is fantastic. And that's just a conversion. They converted that thing. When all the munchkins and they're doing Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead, there's like hundreds of munchkins out there. You can see the detail on the face of some little munchkin way in the back that's this tiny. It's that crisp, it's that clear, and the depth is pretty damn amazing in the thing. Okay, LJ, I cannot say, I can say not today. I missed that, sorry. Whoa. I click one thing and it zooms. Okay, we're going to go quick through these, and I'm going to try not to talk too fast. Have you seen Michael Jackson Disney World Captain EO movie? If not, haven't seen Captain EO, but I did see the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids 3D thing, and I saw the Terminator 3 3D short, which was phenomenal. I believe that was in Universal Studios, I think. And when that spider metallic liquid thing blew up, those little balls of liquid were all over the place. You could just reach out and grab them. The 3D was fantastic in there. 3D has improved. Yes, I'm not a fan of Apollo 13. Yeah, a lot of people like Ron Howard. I do like Arrested Development. So, you know. Pip My Millennium Falcon. Yeah. We'll see what's going to happen there. How would you compare old Planet of the Apes to the compare? I don't compare either one of them. I love the original Planet of the Apes 5 movie and television series. Um, as bad as they've got, I still appreciate and love all of them. Probably because I was a teenager and I watched them all when they came out at the theaters. The new movies are phenomenal. Yes, the new movies are amazing. I hear War of the Planet of the Apes is possibly Oscar material. They actually say that movie, the storyline and everything is freaking fantastic. So I can't wait to see War. Harshas, I recommend. Oh yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh bonds beyond the 3D. Yeah, especially if you're a. Is that Yu-Gi-Oh? I thought that was Pokemon. No, I don't know that stuff. But I looked for that disc, LJ, and that thing is freaking expensive. So I don't think I'll be getting it anytime soon. And yeah, the Sammy 1 and 2 movies are really good. So is House of Thunder and Magic. Guardians 2 is without a doubt a 3D movie. Wonder Woman and Spider-Man. Not really. Spider-Man and Wonder Woman didn't have much good 3D in it. That's too bad. Dennis, how was the Spider-Man movie? I'm sure you saw the. Are you going to do a review? Is CP doing a review? I'll keep an eye out for it. Hugo is a good 3D. Yes, Hugo was fantastic in 3D. Again, Scorsese. He kind of knew what he was doing, or he had people around him telling him to do certain things like that. I give chance movies I like. I take time. Yeah, Hugo's a good film in 3D. I forgot to include your name in the comments. Blu-ray Madness, hey, welcome. Is Predator 3D worth watching? No. If you're a 3D collector and you just want it in your collection, yeah. Some of the stuff in the jungle is good. There's quite a few nice depth shots. The battle at the end is kind of good, but all in all, it's really watch the 2D version. In my opinion. Not really Lewis. Not really Lewis. You talking Jerry Lewis, or are you just being funny with Lewis? I don't know. Blu-ray Madness, not really, just the beginning 5 minutes, but the rest is fun. Oh yeah, a Predator. You son of a bitch. Spider-Man was not good, not perfect, but good. No review, and CP hasn't seen it, but you have? Come on. Blu-ray Madness, disappointing. I love Predator. Me too. Me too. I want a good Predator movie. Come on. Come on. I want as much 3D that I can lay my hands on. Yes, that's me, dude. Whether it's a documentary or an IMAX film or a movie, something like Storks, I want it in my collection just because it's in 3D, and I want to have something to go to when I want 3D, whether it's good or bad. I just, most people are just all screen greats and Criterion and stuff. I'm 3D. Just give me everything 3D, and I will buy it and put it there just so I can have it. My name is Lewis. Oh, okay. The 2D is much better in Predators. Colors burst beautifully. Yeah. Plus, I think the version they converted in 3D was that awful DNR'd version. So it's not the best version of Predator on Blu-ray. So it's best to get that newest remaster and just watch the 2D version. Draco did like that movie. I really liked the newest one that just came out. Love the game too. Grubit, I got Alien versus Predator. Me too. But haven't watched it. Is it good? The first one is about a 4 out of 10. The Requiem, I think it's called. The second Alien versus Predator is like a 1 out of 10. And no matter how you can brighten up your television, you're still not going to see anything. It's so freaking dark. But you got Lance Henriksen in the first Alien versus Predator, so you got that going for it. He's good to watch. JV. You can't hear anything. Open your ears, damn it. JV, thanks for joining. I'm not going to be on much longer. I think I've been talking an hour already. No, did I start at 6:30? There's no one where to say how long I've been broadcasting, is there? Or did I? Hold on, I'm looking. 39 minutes. Oh, I got time. I got time. JV, thanks for joining. I'm looking forward to your nasty questions. Okay, LJ, I used the LG 3D player at ATM. I must use my 32. Oh yeah, I heard you were having issues with the new TV, LJ. That's really sad. I hope you can work that out. Requiem. There you go. Yeah, that's the second one. I don't really remember that movie, but if it has a good transfer, maybe I'll check it out. Ooh. Oh, Alien versus Predator Requiem. Yeah. 39. Thanks, Blue. Yeah. I saw Hugo at the theater, but it probably should have looked good on. Yeah, it does look good on TV, and it was great at the theater. What's your top 5 3D recommendations? Oh, wow, I'm caught up to the questions here. For me, Sammy 2, A Turtle's Tale, which is a children's film, but the 3D is it. There's Sammy 1 and Sammy 2. They're both great, but to me, in my eyes, the second one is so much that seahorse that comes out and the 2 eels are just right in your frickin' face. Gosh, what's another one? An old classic called Inferno, which is like a movie from the 30s or 40s. It's in color. It's been remastered by the Blu-ray or by the 3D Film Archive. Gosh, what are my best? Jurassic Park is really damn good. Titanic is good. Guardians of the Galaxy is phenomenal in 3D at home. Off the top, and there's a lot of IMAX. Almost every IMAX documentary, especially the Under the Sea ones, are really good because they did shoot them in 3D with 3D cameras. And being that you're under the sea, I mean, they're documentaries. Oh, and the Hubble. IMAX is The Hubble, which is narrated by Leonardo DiCaprio, I believe. That thing, man, you don't have to smoke up or be on drugs. Just watch that. You're just like, I am so small and insignificant with what is out there in the universe. But the 3D is fantastic. Ant-Man is also good. Yes, Ant-Man is very good. I mentioned that earlier, especially because he's small, like on the record player or by people's feet or in the bathtub with the water. The depth is pretty damn fantastic. What did I watch recently that I thought was really, really good in 3D? I don't want. I'm not going to spend time on it. I thought you were talking about Alien, right? Yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! There it is. Yu-Gi-Oh! Bonds Beyond Time. That is supposed to be amazing, according to LJ. Avatar. Oh, Pacific Rim. Yes. Yes, it's really good. Creature from the Black Lagoon. Again, an example of a movie done in the 50s. A B movie, monster movie. And I'll throw in, it came from outer space, too. That has some, him coming out. The claws like right out in your face. It's really, really good. Ant-Man is amazing. Yes. Blu-ray told you people still like 3D. Yeah, Dennis has been busting me a little bit saying they're not doing it anymore. 3D is dead. And Dennis, it's still out there. It's not going away right now. Maybe in another year. But anyway, what do you think of the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movies in 3D? I love the extended versions, but not 3D. To be honest, I only saw the first 2 Lord of the Rings, up to 2 Towers. I have not seen Return of the King. And I've only seen the first 2 Hobbit movies, which if you watch my IMO reviews, I did a review on each one of those. Those are in 3D, the Hobbit ones. I'd love Jackson to go and convert the actual Lord of the Rings trilogy in 3D. Also, I'd love him to convert his King Kong in 3D. I think that would look amazing in 3D, the Peter Jackson version. But from what I saw, the 3D is okay. I remember there was a big controversy when the Hobbit series started because it was like was it 65 frame per second or in the 70 frame per second, where people were complaining it looked too much like a video soap opera because it was so crisp and clear. But the 3D was okay. It's nothing to brag home for me. I'd rather throw on Pacific Rim or something like that. But I'm planning on watching the final Hobbit movie, and then I'm going to start with the Lord of the Rings and rewatch those two, and then finally see the final Return of the King. Draco, should wait for a sale to hit up on the 3D side. You know, there's a ton of 3D sales out there. I mean, you can get 3D movies now for, you know, $10, sometimes under $10. If you want to stock up, get them now, and find yourself a 3D machine. I would suggest a 3D all-region machine. I always say all-region for anything because there's so much stuff out there. Small Soldiers is available in Germany, and it has not come out here. It's one of my favorite Joe Dante films. Dennis was telling me A Mean Guns, which is a really cool Ice T. One of the Ice guys. Great action fighting flick with a fantastic soundtrack by Perez Brito. It's available on Blu-ray in Germany, but you can't get it anywhere here, you know. So definitely, if you're going to get a new player that has 3D, try to get an all-region one, or just an all-region player in general, even for 2D movies. Original classic Beauty and the Beast, the animated one, is very good. Yes. I was surprised. Yeah, LJ, I really was surprised at how good that was. Better than Lion King, I thought. Better than Little Mermaid, I thought. The Beauty and the Beast in 3D, the animated one. I have not seen or picked up the live action yet, so I can't say anything on that. Ant-Man Blu-ray is good. Yes, it's a great movie. I don't count LJ and Roger as people. Why not, Dennis? Are we aliens? We're from another planet. We're 3D people. We got those big eyes. We're so happy you found us. Blade Runner. Blade Runner I'd love to see in 3D. Here we go. I think for Pacific Return of the King, I had to go back. You guys are writing too fast. Pacific Hit. Kubrick, you don't like Pacific Rim? Come on now. I'd love a sequel to Pacific Rim against Godzilla and the other monsters. Dial M for Murder in 3D. There's only one really good scene or shot in Dial M for Murder that works in 3D. I won't tell you where it is, but when it happens, you're like, you actually move back on, whoa. Although I know Letterboxd 3D is not my favorite, but for the two, you know, I only saw the first, and I don't have the second 3D Mutant Ninja Turtles. Are they Ninja Turtles? I think didn't they change them to Alien Turtles or something? I don't know, but I like the first one. I really enjoyed it. A lot of the Turtle fans didn't like that movie because it wasn't representative of the original cartoon. I never watched the cartoon, so to me it was just a new thing. And I never watched the early films from the 80s, 90s. But that final scene where they're going down the mountain in the truck and everything, and that 3D is amazing in my eyes. Pacific Rim 2, yeah. I still stick by the day Disney is done with 3D. Not in other countries, Dennis. They might not be releasing their movies in 3D here in the States. What did I just get the other day? Well, that was a Spielberg. I don't think that was the Big Friendly Giant. I had to import it from England. So they are coming out in 3D in other countries, just not in the US. Stupid Disney. You could be making money. Return of the King is the best. That's what I hear. I don't think it's Citizen Kane. I wouldn't expect it. I wouldn't compare it to Citizen Kane. Totally different things. I think for a Pacific Rim sequel to be great 3D movie is Gypsy Dancer versus Godzilla. You never know. Things might cross. Godzilla, we're going to see in the next movie when he's with Rodan, Mothra, and Ghidorah, King Ghidorah, and Kong. So if that thing makes big mega bucks, maybe I think America, the U.S. finally captured the essence of Godzilla that the people are looking for, because Shin Godzilla was just phenomenal because it was an original Toho film again, and they know how to do it. And I really liked Shin Godzilla, being that it was both CGI and man in suit. Let me go through here. I have to go. Bye next time. Misong Park, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one. Stop hating on 3D, Dennis says. It's awesome. I'm not hating. You're the one hating. Well, no, you're the one saying it's not going to be around much longer. I've yet to watch that Tony Jaa movie you made for me in 3D. I got to watch that. Maybe I'll throw it in tonight. By Misong Park. 48 frame per second, but it was playing in the theater. We saw it in 3D. Yeah, I knew it was a different frame rate, talking about the Hobbit movies. And I hear it was great, but there was a lot of people that just didn't like it because it wasn't a movie with grain. Don't hate 3D. I'm just being realistic. Yeah, realistic. If you're a 3D fan, hope for the best, expect the worst. Mel Brooks, 3D is the best. Woohoo! Yeah. Harsh ass, back to him. Back to Doctor Who. Have you picked up the 12th Sonic? No, because I understand they're doing the TV remote, the $100, like they did with the 11th Doctor and the 10th Doctor. And I got to pick up the new 11th Doctor because it does open now. But those are with all the sounds. I think I showed you in one of the things. They are working on a 12th Doctor's sonic screwdriver, and I'm just going to wait for that. I'm not picking up the little toy. I'll just wait. One of the two stores I normally go to buy Blu-rays is having a 3D sale just to get rid of everything. That's just get them. Just get them, dude. Dennis. I like you, LJ. I like you too, LJ. What's your favorite Pixar movies? I like Up and The Incredibles. Incredibles is amazing. They were working on a 3D conversion of that. I don't know if they ever started it or stopped it, but there was a big talk about that being re-released when they did Ratatouille and they did the Toy Story movies and Up in 3D at the theaters. The next one was going to be Incredibles, and I was so waiting for that. And of course, Disney dropped the ball, and they're not doing, other than the Marvel films and the Star Wars films in 3D now. But my favorite Pixar films, God, that's tough. There's so many of them. I like Up, but not that great of it. I don't know. I'd have to think. I can't answer it right now. Sorry. Cooper Clever. I will talk about it in another thing. I'll have to really ponder because there's some really good ones, and I can't think of them right now. How cheap? Thanks, Lewis. Blu-ray Corner. Have you seen the Cocktube? Yes, I have, and that thing scared me when I saw it as a young kid. I saw it when I was, I think, a teenager. It didn't scare me, but just the dark photography and being in another language, it was just kind of creepy. I was getting into a lot of the old black and white classics, like Wild Strawberries, the Ingrid Bergman, the Bergman films, and things like that. I was really interested in going to film school when I was a teenager, and there was a show on public television called The Toy That Grew Up, and they would show old, like, short silent films and things like that. It's where I saw the very first Wizard of Oz with Oliver Hardy as the Tin Man, I believe, which is an original silent film. And I began to, that's when I began to love really silent films and things. The comedies came later, but there were those dark ones out there. and The Haunting, The Innocents, you know, things like that. Yeah, but I did see that Beauty and the Beast one. I haven't seen it in years. I wonder, is that available on Blu-ray? Does anybody know from like Kino Lorber or anything? Because I just picked up Hunchback, and I have Phantom, I have Metropolis, I have Caligari. That would be a nice addition if it's available. 50 Danish kroner. Okay, you guys are talking about 3D. No, I don't like Pacific Rim, but I like Pan's Labyrinth is a pretty dark flick, dude, especially with the kid, the girl, and I love it for that. Just like the what's the one with the bomb in the courtyard and the kids and the ghost story. I can't think of that one. You know what I'm talking about. That thing is freaking scary. I went keen on Pacific Rim. I only saw it once though. Wasn't Blue Corner. That's one of the sales. A lot of Warner titles. 300 Rise of the Empire. That was good. That was good. Blu-ray Madness. That was a good. I was very surprised. Also, people bash. Was it Gods of Egypt? And I totally understand, because if you don't see that movie in 3D, it's so heavy CGI with things and dragons and but in 3D it is so freaking entertaining. I don't care about the story. You have popcorn, get a beer, put the 3D glasses on, watch Gods of Egypt. It's a fun time. But 300 Rise, the scenes with the boats are really, really good. Europe usually says, okay, I got Land of Hercules. Is that the animated Hercules or the live action Hercules? Wait, was there animated was Disney? No, that's the live action in 3D. Okay. Also, it was Legend of Hercules, yes. Draco, are you talking about Gods of Egypt? Story not being good, but the 3D is awesome. Looking forward to the new DC animated box set with all the movies coming out. Not really. Not a big superhero fan. I'll be honest with everybody out there. I don't have any of the animated movies, even though I hear Mask of the Phantom is like a really good Batman one. I might be saying that wrong. And I know there's some really great DC animated things out there and Marvel, but to be totally honest, I'm a movie fan and I like all kind of action and adventure and fantasy films. And being that I'm a 3D fan, I picked up every one of the Marvel movies that were released in 3D, and like Iron Man 1 and 2, which weren't. I have them in my collection. Same with the DC. I have all the Batman movies, all of them, different eras. And the animated stuff, I'm just not interested in. I'm not a superhero fan where I need to pick it up right away. Just like with the movies at the theater. I have not seen Wonder Woman yet. I haven't seen, I probably won't see it. I'll wait till they come on disc. I'll get them on disc and then I'll watch them in the comfort of my home. But because I become one of those people that hate crowds. I really, really hate crowds and being in public. I become Mr. Hermit. As long as my stuff's working here, I'll wait a month or two for the movie to come out, and then I'll watch it here and clap and applaud and cry and all that other stuff. I have regular DVD. I don't think I miss having the Blu-ray. It's the same thing. I have the DVD of Iron Giant, and I have not rushed out to get the Blu-ray yet. And I know there's that really nice Ingmar. Thank you. Wild Strawberries, and others. Now, this is a terrible movie, but the 3D is fantastic for a film called Hidden. Hidden. Is that an Asian horror film? LJ, just give me a sentence or two of what it's kind of about, because I got a few of those. The Hidden. Anyway, I'm waiting for the Hidden. The actual sci-fi movie with Kyle MacLachlan and the alien that gets in the person, and they love fast cars, they love loud rock music, and they change from body to body. The Hidden. It's a forgotten film that has never been released on Blu-ray. Got a terrible pan and scan on DVD, from what I understand. Look for that one. Oh, The Hidden. I love the gun, the alien gun. It's kind of like a Terminator, you know. But how many Wizard of Oz adaptations are there? Wow, there's a ton of them. There's a ton of them. You can count cartoons. Like I said, the early silent movie with Oliver Hardy. You got the classic, and then you got Return to Oz. And there was a period where I read all the books, and the books were pretty freaky. They, you know, what was the movie I saw? There's a movie out there where they actually use an idea from one of the Oz books where Dorothy comes across this group of people where when they want her to go away, they take their heads off and they throw their heads at her. And they're very dark. They're very weird and bizarre. L. Frank Baum, man, he was doing something back then when he wrote these books, but there's quite a few of them. There are loads. Criterion Beauty and the Beast. I'm not sure if it's. Oh, is that the old foreign one? Yes. Devil's Backbone. Yes, that's the one I'm talking about. That's a great flick. Scary flick. That one was okay. I thought it was scary. 10,000 BC? No, because isn't that an Uwe Boll film? I have not seen one Uwe Boll film. I think there was the one with. Who's a transporter. He's in the Fast and the Furious. Oh, the action guy. Oh, I can't think him. And I think there was like a medieval one with him. I watched it for like maybe 5-10 minutes, and I just said no. So I have not seen any Uwe Boll films. 10,000, or was that a Transformers guy film? I don't know. I have not seen 10,000 BC, sorry. There was that Hercules that recently came out that was awful. Oh God, no, not the Dwayne one. Dwayne Johnson. House of Blues, hey man, thanks for stopping by. I'm going to be cutting this short pretty soon. Wait a minute, 12 watching. I'm just checking my time. I've been on for an hour. Okay, I'm going to be cutting this down. So get your last questions in, folks, and maybe I'll do this next week. If I can't get my damn editing program to work, damn it. I hate not being able to edit and post stuff. There were 3 different Hercules movies the year with Dwayne came out. The one with Dwayne was awesome. I thought that one was pretty good. It was all right. I'm not a Dwayne fan, so I like him. I really kind of like him. I thought his Mysterious Island sequel to Journey to the Center was a fun little family film. And he's a pretty cool, tough guy. You know, he's one note in the Fast and Furiouses. I only like Batman Begins, Dark Knight, Reeves Superman. Reeves Supermans are great. The first two. I'm not wild with some of those superhero movies. Yeah, that's me. You see one, and then every once in a while you get this movie like Super with Rainn Wilson, and the one with Woody Harrelson, Special, I think. Those blew me away. I was like, oh wow, these are great superhero films, if you can call them superhero films. It's a film about a guy who's left in a hospital by his dead relative, and he used to witness bad things there. No, I haven't seen. That's The Hidden. I have not seen that, LJ. I'll have to look for that. Wait a minute. There was a first-person movie that I have that takes place in a hospital. It was all shot like first person. Is that the one you're talking about? Because I do have that. I hear Iron Giant is great. Yeah, Iron Giant is a fantastic film. Pick up the Blu-ray if you get a chance. Secret Life of Pets was great in 3D. It's all different animals. I'm staying away from that because I understand it's just Toy Story with animals, and it kind of like turned me off. It's like, no. Maybe if I find it for $5, $9, $10, I'll pick it up in 3D. Total Agreement, Secret Life of Pets was amazing. Sorry. I've been meaning to ask, since you have New Who on Blue, Do you have any classics on DVD? I don't have any classics. I plan to get Spearhead from Space, which is on Blu-ray. It's the only the only Who episode they actually shot on film and they made on Blu-ray. But I have every single Doc Who episode burnt on a disc, you know, like one of these thingies, back in a like file cabinet. I have every one of them from the early Hartnell all the way on. And what I was doing, it was the early days of Netflix, and whenever there was one that came out, I'd get the disc from Netflix, I'd burn a copy, I'd send the disc back. So they do have the extras that were on the original DVDs, not the newer ones that came out. So I'm sure they're cleaned up better on DVD, but I don't own them, but I have copies of them. So if I want to watch like today, I actually watched the Voyage of the Damned episode, because I'm going through, I started from beginning and I'm going through the Tennant era. I love Tennant. Man, I forgot how much I really liked his doc. I watched the Voyage of the Damned episode and I didn't realize they had the time crash, Children of Need bit on there where he meets up with Peter Davison. And that was such a joy to watch. And so if I want to go back and watch one of Peter Davison's or one of you know, Pertwee's, I just screw through. They're all in order, and okay, let's watch this one tonight. Or the Bakers. Oh, I grew up watching Bakers, so he's my doctor. Jason Statham, yeah, he's the guy that I couldn't think of. I'm done asking questions. Nice talking. Kubrick, thanks for joining. Thanks for asking. If I do another one of these, please come back and join in. I got Assassin's Creed in 3D. I haven't seen that. I hear LJ says it's really good. Speaking of Assassins, check out the movie called 13 Assassins, which I believe is a John Woo film. It's making full circle because I talked about Hard Boiled. Great samurai battle. The final 45 minutes is just one giant extended fight. It's amazing. It's not in 3D. It's just 13 Assassins. Look it up. 3D is okay, but not best for Assassin's Creed. The movie sucks. I love the games. I don't know what you're talking about, Blue Corner. The movie sucked. I love the game, so hopefully, probably Assassin's Creed. Okay, it's so slow going. You guys are talking about all that. Donstar, do you think the Death Race deserves a 3D conversion? You're talking about the Statham one? Would be kind of cool. Flicks and Movies, thanks for joining. Hardcore Henry, I thought was going to be in 3D. I thought that would be the perfect opportunity to do a 3D movie like that, being that it's all first person. And I've yet to get that. I've yet to see that movie. That was in the low period, and I totally forgot about that. So thanks, Blu-ray Man, just for reminding me of that. I gotta put that. I'm sure I can get it real cheap now. Lego Batman movie 3D, good movie. I like the Lego movie in 3D. There's no rush for me to get the Batman one. The Raid 1 and 2 are fantastic. 13's. Oh, Mike Takeshi Miki. Yes. I'm sorry, not John Woo. Yes, Itchy the Killer and all those other great demented Audition. Yeah. When's the next time you're playing GTI? What's that? Tonight. House of Blues. That's why I got to get off. Sammy says around 8 o'clock. We're probably going to get the three of us get back on GTA 5. So, you know, it's coming up on an hour. It's a little over an hour. So I am going to cut this off, guys. Yeah, so again, from the beginning, sorry I'm late. I was going to do this at 1 p.m. Dead or Alive. Oh, the trilogy is amazing. Dead or Alive trilogy is fantastic. I love the second one with the angel. I'm not going to spoil, but the angels. I love the ending of the very first one when he pulls from his back and you're like, what the fuck? And then the third one with the metal thing. I love the Dead or Alive series. I have yet to pick up the trilogy. I know it's out on Blue. They just put it out there. Live stream GTA. Don't know how to do that. I don't think I can do it. We're all basically recording them all our three gameplays on OBS, and then we're all posting our videos on our channels. Like you'll see my point of view on my channel, Sammy's point of view on his, and Lisa's on hers. That's how we're doing it right now. Yes, Patrick. Yes, the Dead or Alive flicks. You know what I'm talking about, right? With the angels and the God. Well, I spoiled that. And then the metal thing. Yeah. Really some interesting stuff there. Takeshi Mike, great stuff from him too. You can live stream through OBS. Yeah, we haven't set that up yet. I think I tried once, and I think you actually saw me. And it was very, very choppy. And so I just gave up on live streaming GTA. So we're just doing it this way right now. I'd love to live stream it because I think we kind of get a little more popular. We get a little more subscribers because when you're live streaming, you get strangers that just pop in and they, hey, we like these guys, you know. So great stream, though. Look forward to the next one. Thanks, Blu-ray Madness. LJ, wow, thank you so much for an amazing live stream. It was fun. Oh, thanks for saying it was amazing. And thanks for being here. Again, with the time, I don't know when you're awake, when I'm awake. Dennis, I think it's like the middle of the night or 3 in the morning. Who knows? Love to talk 3D with people. Yes, me too. Like I said, I was supposed to have this at 1 p.m. I'm sorry. I got mixed up with some other stuff. And I wasn't going to do anything today. And then I watched Hard Boiled, Hong Kong Rescue, pick up the movies. And I came here to check email, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go on. Why not? Let me talk. I got till 8 o'clock before we played GTA. So everybody, thanks for watching. Blue Corner, it is almost 3 in the morning. See, I was almost right. It's always great to hear from you. Thank you, Harshaz. I got to get hooked up with you again. 1:30 a.m. So you're in the middle of the night too. Patrick, great channel. Keep it up till next time. Thank you, Patrick. Donstar, we need to do more tags. I don't want to do tags. LJ, we need to do a live stream together. It'd be great to do a Google Hangout together where we're both on and both talking, and maybe some other people can join in. I'd like to do that and actually just talk to you instead of typing stuff out. Anyway, guys, no more questions. I'm heading off. It's old Roger D from Channel Donstar. Thanks to everybody that was here that decided to stop in, whether you know me, whether you're a stranger. Please forgive that I wasn't on earlier. Please forgive if this sounds crappy or looks crappy. Like I said, check out my game channel. You can see us play GTA 5 and other games. What's the other one that I just started playing? 7 Days to Die, which is like a zombie game. And we're going to do Dead Island, the 3 of us. And yeah, so anyway, so thanks for watching. And we'll see everybody in the next video, hopefully, so I can get my editing thing working again. Or another live stream. Who knows? Maybe I'll make this a weekly thing. This is kind of cool. I need to put the air on. I'm moist. Everybody, have a great day. Don't forget, happy birthday if today's your birthday. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye.